Happy Tuesday. It's another Tuesday Tips from the Ferguson Youth Initiative. I'm Aaron Harris, the Executive Director. Tuesday's Tips are an opportunity for us to bring our programming out of our building due to social distancing and to you through social media. So today we have Ms. Whitney Jones, and she's going to discuss resume tips with you for our teens. Again, these lessons are not just for teens. If you know somebody that needs to have a resume, please tell them to do this video. Thank you, and I'll let you take the floor.
Good morning. My name is Whitney Jones, like Aaron said, and I am going to discuss Resume 101 with you all. Let's see, give me one moment. Okay, so again, it's called Resume 101 Do and Don't. So again, my name is Whitney Jones, and I currently work for Chewy Incorporated, and I am a human resource business partner. So when you talk about resumes, this is the first opportunity for that organization that you're applying to know a little bit about you and why you'll be a perfect fit for their company. So the most common resume errors that I come across are number one, spelling errors. It is very important that when you're creating a resume that you are word checking or even using Grammarly to confirm that your punctuation is correct as well as your spelling. At no time do you want to get your future company or your future employer the thought that you're not able to spell certain words correctly. The second issue I see most are incorrect and missing contact information. So it is important that you make sure your name, your address, your phone number, as well as your email address is all correct. Because what if they're interested in you? But if your phone number is incorrect, then unfortunately, they will not be able to contact you. The third most errors that I see is using an unprofessional email address. The perfect rule of thumb is to use your first initial, last name, and the year that you're born. That way you don't have to worry about a company saying that it's unprofessional or you may not be ready for a position with them. The last error that I see most common is attempting the one-size-fit-all approach. So what that means is that when you are trying to apply for a job, let's say as a Walmart cashier, you don't want to make it so generic that that resume fits for any type of position within Walmart or even for a different company. So you want to make sure that you are approaching Walmart as a cashier position, but just making sure that everything that you put on the resume fits for that position that you're interested in. So next, we're going to talk about resume do's. So again, your contact information, your name, your phone number, email address, and address should always be at the top of your resume. That tells the company who you are and your best contact information. The next is an opening statement. So this is just to give that company a brief summary about who you are and what you're looking for. So if you were looking for a position, again, as a Walmart cashier, you can say something along the lines of, I'm looking for an opportunity to assist Walmart with their day-to-day transactions. That lets them know that you are looking to be a cashier. And then again, it gives them a little bit of information about you. Considering you all are still in high school and some have graduated, your education is the next thing that needs to be on your resume. So of course, list the name of your high school, the city and state. And if you have a high performing GPA, so meaning anything over a 3.0 on a 4.0 schedule, definitely list your GPA because that shows them that you take school seriously and you're an overachiever. So I know for some of you, this is your first job. That's fine. But the next part needs to include either your work history, clubs, organizations, community involvement, achievements, and volunteering. So again, if this is your first job, you won't have that work history, and that is okay. Any clubs, organizations that you're a part of, community involvement, achievements, volunteering, inside school, out in the community, at your church, make sure you list that so that way it shows that you have time management skills and you're also able to do multiple things at one time. So those are all the do's and don'ts of resumes. Very simple, very to the point, but I do want to show you 3 different types of resumes that you're able to do. Now, when we think of resumes, of course, everybody has their own template, their own font. It fits for everybody differently, but this is the generic basic resume. As you can see, the contact information is at the top. You have the objective, your education, experience, your volunteering experience, interest, activities, and computer skills. It flows very nicely to tell the story of who you are. So again, this is a very simple, generic resume, a simple template. You can Google resume on, you can Google the word resume on Google, and you can pull up a template like this. So the next template you'll see is a little bit more in depth. Same information as the previous template, only difference is that it has the skills and it explains at what level they are at that skill. For you all that are first job, you don't necessarily have to do this, but as you continue your careers and as you go after what you want to do in life, it may be important when you're looking to specialize in certain roles that you list those. Last but not least, you have this very in-depth resume. So again, same information, same format, it's the same flow. Only difference with this resume is that for the companies, they've included details of what that company does. That way it can give the reader or the recruiter a little bit more information about that company to see if that person has had experience in that industry. So as you can see, resume building is very simple. And it's to the point, but it's making sure that you are prepared to speak with those recruiters when looking for a job. If you all have any questions or comments regarding resume building, or you need any assistance, or you would like me to review your resume, this is my contact information. My email address is whitajones86@gmail.com. Please feel free to reach out to me and to ask me any questions that you may have. I'll be more than happy to assist.
Thank you, Whitney. I did have a question at the beginning of
Yes,
your at the beginning of your presentation. You mentioned phone numbers. Would it be okay? Would it be okay for me if on my first resume or even my 10th resume to maybe have 2 phone numbers just in case I lose a phone?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you have a cell phone number and as well as a landline, absolutely. I definitely say list both phone numbers. That way, if you're not available at your cell phone, they can still reach you via the landline.
All righty. Well, thank you, Ms. Jones, for your time. Also, one more question. You mentioned Chewy.com. That's the company that makes like the snack bars?
No, it's the dog food company.
Okay. All righty. Thank you so much, Ms. Jones. Let me